welcome to this extra episode of Half the Battle.
Today, we'll be taking a quick look at the new Hasbro Pulse O-ring Baroness and comparing it to the original. So meet the Baroness. This figure was released in 2022, or will it be released in 2023? It's hard to say.
Yes, I will be explaining how I got this later.
It has no original body parts. Or some original body parts, maybe? Yeah, we'll get to that in the comparison. First of all, this is a really great looking figure. It's the Baroness through and through. And unlike the Hasbro Pulse Officer and Trooper, this figure has semi-gloss plastic instead of the matte one, meaning the finish looks identical to the original.
There are still differences though, which brings us to the comparison.
There's roughly 5 ways to tell the Hasbro Pulse version apart from the original. Most prominently, the inside of the glasses have a flesh-colored paint application, while the 1984 one just has pink molded plastic. And I honestly have no clue why they felt the need to do that. It doesn't add anything to the detailing and makes the figure more expensive to produce, something that Hasbro is usually deathly allergic to.
The rest of the differences are much more minor.
The hair mold is slightly more to the back, so her forehead looks just a little bit larger. The shoulder rivets, like the Trooper and Officer, are flat instead of bulging, and the copyright stamp on her butt says 2022 made in Vietnam instead of 1984 made in Hong Kong. There's also a serial number on the back of her leg, because this is a collectible as much as a toy, I guess. And finally, the Cobra logo on the chest is just a slightly different shade of red.
Even with all of that said,
if you're a casual action figure collector, or even a casual G.I.Joe fan, if you'd see this figure loose on the secondary market in a few years, you could easily be fooled into thinking this was an original Baroness figure. Not that it would matter much price-wise, since I predict that due to the exclusivity of this figure, it'll cost roughly the same as a 1984 one. Carded versions won't have that problem, as it has the classic style card with a different plastic bubble and a multi-language file card on the back, so no chance to mistake that for the original. It also has the same accessories as version 1, but these are casted in matte plastic. Still love that Cobra backpack. As far as the mold goes, I honestly can't tell if they used the original ones for the body parts, or if this is a recast, or even if the head is new or not. It's that good of a copy. Overall, yeah, this is a very faithful recreation and homage to the original Baroness figure, much more than the Trooper and Officer pack was.
And that about wraps it up. What? Oh, you wanted me to talk about this thing? Maybe later.
Ah, yes, for anybody who's unaware, this figure came in an exclusive box set with a Megatron figure that transformed into a Hiss tank. It's sold by Hasbro Pulse and is expected to ship in January of 2023. So, how did I get this thing now?
eBay. I'm not proud of that fact, but let me make something crystal clear.
It's physically impossible for me to get this or pre-order this from Hasbro Pulse UK or US.
They don't ship to Belgium. They don't sell to Belgium. In fact, I doubt they know Belgium even exists.
The only way for me to get this stuff is if it's sold through the secondary market. And I would have been happy to pre-order it officially and wait 5 months, but since I can't, why the hell should I wait? Besides, this came from a Dutch seller, and what I paid was roughly equivalent to what I would have paid if I were able to get this from Pulse UK once you factor in shipping and handling, and import taxes.
Still, if any of you out there want to be pissed at me for getting this, well, I can't even blame you. It's perfectly valid. I might have been pissed too.
But the one you should really be pissed at is Hasbro for not shipping globally and for their Vietnam factory leaking like a sieve. I mean, look at this.
Speaking of which,
since I can't back, pre-order, or order the HasLab classified Hiss either, Hasbro, old buddy, old pal of mine, that won't stop me from getting one even if I have to stage a daring commando raid on your factory myself. Or you can send me a free one, you've given stuff to other YouTubers, I don't care. Anyway, that was my look at the Hasbro Pulse O-ring Baroness figure. It's really cool, and it's a great homage. They did a really good job here.
Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?